Welcome to the Bare Minimum Health Podcast. Here we live despite chronic pain and chronic fatigue by reclaiming the bare minimum. We know that the bare minimum is the stuff that makes the biggest impact. The bare minimum is enough. Following your own definition of the bare minimum health plan allows you to feel your best and bring your best to the rest of your life. Join the journey and uncover your unique path to wellness. This week, I'd like to invite you to try something the next time you are fighting a craving for food or notice you're in the middle of a social media binge. Pause for just a moment and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what do I feel? One place to start is by taking that deep breath and noticing any tension in your body or loud emotions or thoughts in your brain. This tiny pause is small, but it can make all the difference in the world. This pause allows space for your wise mind to step in. It helps you go beyond the immediate craving to discover what's really driving the urge. And that's where the magic happens. It's not about denying your craving or your feelings. The goal is to tap into your physical sensations and emotional state while acknowledging your logical thoughts and knowledge and your ability to foresee the natural consequences of your actions. Finding the path that honors both your emotional mind and your rational mind can be challenging at times. One will sometimes overshadow the other, but this path is where sustainable habits can be found. The space between them is your wise mind. Everybody has different needs, backgrounds, goals. What works for one person may not work for another. Think about it like being in the driver's seat. Your emotions and logic are two passengers. One knows where you want to go, and the other knows how to get there. By listening to both without letting either take the wheel completely, you can avoid getting lost or crashing. Understanding and tapping into your wise mind can make all the difference. And it starts with a tiny pause and a curious question. This will help you make choices that support your body and energy levels. Oh, and P.S. Don't forget you need to eat food when you're hungry. Many people get hung up on cravings and the idea of emotional eating, when in actuality, they're just really good at ignoring their physical hunger. Hunger is real. Your emotions can become heightened when you're physically hungry. So make sure when you're asking yourself what you feel and what you need, you establish whether or not you are physically hungry. I've really been exploring the idea of the wise mind recently. There's an article up on my website, and I'm really diving deep into it in the third module of the anti-inflammatory path to wellness, which I am working on finalizing as we speak. So if you want to learn more, to either read the article or learn more about the course, I'm going to have links in the description or the show notes attached to this episode. So make sure you go check that out. Each week, I end the podcast with an encouragement to keep moving forward because in the moment, sometimes that's the only thing you can do. This is true in so many areas of life, including work and creativity. It's easy to get lost in the weeds, or maybe sucked into the mud is a better visualization. But if you keep moving through the suckiness, you can often uncover new motivation or interest that pulls you forward. At the same time, we need rest. As spoonies or neurospicy folk dealing with chronic pain or fatigue, we need more rest than people who are not living life on hard mode. Pushing through at all costs can quickly cause burnout. So, how do we balance these needs? My answer is the wise mind. As a dietitian, I first started applying this concept to eating, to the pause when you notice a strong craving for a food or a beverage that you don't think is aligned with your goal. But lately, I've been applying it to work. So I wanted to share a near real-time look at how I've been finding this balance between moving forward and resting. I have a lot of flexibility in where I focus my attention while working and even where I work from. I choose how to prioritize my projects, and many of my projects, like the anti-inflammatory path to wellness, is being created entirely by me, so I determine the timelines of when things are due to be done. This is wonderful for being able to accommodate myself, but just as there is a silver lining to challenges, there are often challenges hidden inside of privileges. The wise mind has been saving my sanity lately. While I am a work in progress, as we all are, this past week I was able to take the pause and listen to my needs. So, to set the stage, Monday was a holiday for us. So, Tuesday was my first work day of the week. And it was like I got hit by a truck. I couldn't even sit in my office chair. I was feeling off right from the start, but I decided to, give it a shot, see what I could get done. But soon my body was begging me for a rest. In some ways, those days are actually easier to listen to your body when the signals are that strong. So I didn't fight myself and moved to the couch, but I brought my journal and laptop. I still found myself thinking I should be working right now. And then I paused and thought, what do I need right now? By asking the question, I was able to release that pressure to hustle and push through. By Wednesday, the next day, I felt a little bit better already. I started the day slowly, journaling, listening to a podcast that inspires me, journaling some more. And towards the end of the day, I felt my energy starting to return, and I was able to get right back into the swing of things Thursday and Friday. From past experience, I know the only reason I was able to recover so quickly was because I used my wise mind to make a conscious choice to listen to my body's need for rest rather than pushing through and facing burnout. I have fallen into the dreaded doing nothing and stressing, so I'm not actually resting even though I'm doing nothing more than once. I will not be surprised when it happens again in the future because that is a thing that brains do. But the wise mind gives me a framework to catch those moments sooner and take more compassionate action so that I can move forward, even when moving forward actually means resting. Have you ever felt that pressure between two opposing forces, the need to rest and the pressure to keep going? I bet your answer is yes. So, how would the concept of the wise mind help you move forward? Thank you for joining me today. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. So, until next week, rest and keep moving forward.